What a twist to this anime. I'm excited to see what happens next. Welcome back to my channel. It's time for another anime first impression video. This actually was a shocker, at least towards the end. But I kind of expected it by the screen that there was going to be some twist to it. A lot of animes have been trying to give you a different perspective with genres, and this one, just by the cover, looked like it was going to give you a different perspective on the game industry. So the anime that I'm talking about is Full Dive, and it has a longer name that you guys can see there in my in my channel title, or in my title here in my video, but I'm not gonna say it because it's so long. Anyways, Full Dive is something you can find on Funimation, and right now they have 2 episodes out. I believe the first one is open and free for people who want to watch it. I think it has ads, and the second one is only for subscribers. So go watch it. It's a pretty good series, I would say. But before anything, if you have not done so by now, subscribe to my channel. We're trying to reach to 4,400. I know there's a lot of you guys watching but not subscribing, so please do subscribe. It does help the channel grow tremendously when people are subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. So do all that fun stuff. To give my thanks to you guys, I will release another video tonight on a giveaway. So I'll continue the giveaways because I think for the people that are subscribing and that are joining the community, you guys deserve something like that. So please join, subscribe, and give some love to this video. Finally, go check out the other giveaways. Not the other giveaways, the other first impression videos that I have released in the past few days. Maybe coming to the end of those first impression video that at the end of this week, but I'll try my best to give as much as possible for you guys because there's a lot of still that I haven't reviewed. So yeah, let's start with this one. Full Dive is one that you can find again in Funimation. It's only subbed right now. I really hope they dub it because I would enjoy to watch this one dubbed, in fact. So we'll see. We'll see if Funimation gets this one in their dub list. But we essentially follow the life of a boy who plays a lot of games that are essentially VR games, and the VR systems have improved dramatically in his era, where he lays on a chair, and he basically goes into a game, and a lot of the senses are part of the game. So smelling, touching, and all that. So obviously, it's not perfected in a lot of games, but he does enjoy it. So he enjoys a particular game who is already in their 22nd edition of the game. Yeah, it kind of feels weird. 22nd. Like, you have games that are like Resident Evil 8, but this one is the 22nd. Yeah, it's amazing how far they've gone. But anyways, he wants to buy that game, so he saves up for that game. Goes to school. He's not really liked in school. In fact, yeah, he's not really liked in school. He's walking home, and he gets bullied by 2 thugs that are from his school as well, and it seems like it's something that reoccurs because he just hands them money. He knows what they want, so he just hands them money, and he continues with his life. And then the episode continues. He goes to a store to buy his game. The store that he goes to, they have it for a certain price, and he's 1,000 yen short. He gave too much to the thugs, so now he doesn't have enough money for this game. So he goes walking, moping around, and finds another video game store. And this video game store has like older games, and so he goes to the clerk and is like, "Do you have the new game, like the 22nd edition?" And she tricks him essentially. And okay, she's a pretty girl. Let's just put that out in the clear. She's a pretty girl, so he's more distracted in her that she tricks him into buying a totally different game. And she actually has a good point when it comes to the 22nd game of why it probably is not a good game. She's like, it's basically and I can relate to this because she says basically when you start buying a manga and it's such a good manga, and then you're at volume 16 and the manga starts getting worse and worse, so you still end up buying the rest of the volumes just because, well, you have 16 volumes, right? So it's kind of the same thing with games. The games get crappier and crappier and crappier as they go, but you're okay with it because the first 3-4 games that you played were amazing, and you're still hoping that one day they'll come back to that. So that's basically what she's trying to uh, come across with him. And very good point. But he ends up buying a game that he doesn't want, and she's like, just try it. So she promises him that she will be essentially his assistant in the game, or at least help him learn how to play the game. So he goes home, has an awkward encounter with his sister, and then ends up playing the game. And in the game, he has his own body. He looks the same. He apparently has a mission of living the city, and in the game, he starts up with his close best friend, and the best friend keeps telling him you can't leave the city. And at one point, they start fighting, and he gets so annoyed that he's in a game and he's also being beat up and bullied that finally he throws a punch at his friend while he's eating an apple, and his friend ends up being stabbed in the mouth. Like, I think the friend was eating an apple with a knife in his hand, so when he speared him essentially in the stomach, the friend fell and stabbed himself in the mouth. And yeah, it's one of those things that it changed the anime from a light comedy, kid that needs to build himself up into a better person than what he is, to shoot, he just killed a person, right? Obviously this is a game. He's not real person, but he still runs away because the sister of the guy is freaking out. Like, again, it's just a game, but she's freaking out. Like, my brother's dead. Like, what are you gonna do about it? He's like, well, I'll get some herbs so we can heal him. She's like, he's dead. Herbs are not gonna do any good to you. So he just runs off, and he eventually is able to take her off his tail. And the girl that promised to be assistant finally shows up. She's a fairy. They have a whole conversation, but essentially she finds out his title, and his title right now is Best Friend Killer, and that's the end of the first episode. It's a pretty good anime. I like the twists and turns on animes like this, because a lot of gaming, a lot of isekais, even rom-coms, they have sometimes the same formula, and they just follow the same formula over and over again, because some animes did really well with that formula. Now, I understand that mindset. Let's just replicate something and hope that it will do as good as the one that did good. But this one, this new genre, I guess, that we're creating, or they're creating, is basically a parodies on all these genres. And I enjoy that, because it takes away from, I know what's going to happen next, because almost every single anime is the same. So I appreciate that myself, and I hope they continue doing good on this anime, because I know there was other animes that I watched that I was hoping that was good, and they didn't. Like, it was like I think one anime was about the guy wouldn't stop working out, and I forgot the name of the anime, but it was good at the beginning, and then towards the end, it just kind of got repetitive, where he did the same thing. He just would work out too much, and then be real strong, and then work out too much more, and then be more strong, and it was just repetitive. So I hope they don't do this with this one. I hope this one actually is fresh the entire way, and if it does, it'll do good. So out of 10, I want to give this one right now a 7.5. I think this one, it took me by surprise as well, and it's going to be a good one. There's quite a bit of good animes this series. not a lot of like wows to be honest, but this one I think people will enjoy. So go check it out on Funimation. Again, 2 episodes are out. The first one is available for everyone. The second one only for subscribers. Also, guys, subscribe to my channel. We're trying to reach 4,400. The giveaway video later today. Don't miss that. Comment, like, and share. And thank you for your love and support, guys. Like always, see you next time. Don't be strangers.